So we are making quarantine sheet pan turkey dinner for two. Come on. So, do you need to buy a whole turkey? Do you need to buy a whole turkey, Sam? No, you don't. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Simply Wendy, Live, Love, Bake. If you're new to my channel and you like to bake and cook, you've come to the right place for recipes, tips, and techniques. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos. I love Thanksgiving. It is probably the my most favorite holiday to cook and to bake for. And it's like a 2-day process for me. And most of the action happens on Thanksgiving Day when family comes over and we're all together, and it's just a really special time. This year, obviously, is a little different with the pandemic. It's just going to be my husband and I, which is why I came up with this sheet pan dinner. So I know most of you, or a lot of you, are probably in the same boat as I am. We need to scale things back, maybe for 2 people. So, do you need to buy a whole turkey? Do you need to buy a whole turkey, Sam? No, you don't. You can get away with a turkey breast, just 1 turkey breast. That's the beauty of this. I know I said this is going to be dinner for 2. It's really for 4, but who are we kidding? We want those leftovers, don't we? So we want to keep things simple, which is why we're doing everything on a sheet pan. The turkey and the potatoes and the green beans, and I'll get into that in a second. The other option that you have is you can buy pre-made food. Nah, I don't think so. So here's the menu I came up with. Doesn't that sound delicious? The other thing you may be wanting is cranberry sauce. And I made cranberry sauce a little earlier this month. And I will post a link to that video so you can make your own in the description below, as well as my no-bake pumpkin cheesecake, which is to die for. I made that earlier this month as well, so I'll be posting a link to that so you have that too. So now what I need to do is I need to go to the grocery store and get a couple of things that I don't have, like the turkey breast and the potatoes, and then we'll come back and we'll get cooking. So follow along, come on with me. And I have scored at Trader Joe's. Right up here we have a turkey half breast. It's exactly what I'm looking for. Come on. So let's roast our turkey breast. This is going to be a roasted turkey breast with herb butter. And what I've done is I've taken 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter that I've softened with some sage and some thyme and some garlic. And I've mixed that all together. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our turkey breast, and well, this doesn't have as much skin as I thought it would, but we're gonna remove the skin, not remove it, but just kind of loosen the skin around the breast itself. And we're going to take this herb butter and we're going to rub it underneath the skin. And I'm wearing gloves just because this is kind of messy. Oh gosh, I can really smell the garlic in there. Go, and then we're just going to take this and the herb butter and just rub it over the rest of the breast, like that. Once we have our herb butter all over our turkey breast, I'm going to give it a generous seasoning of salt and some pepper. Let's see if I can do this without getting too much pepper on here. Okay, there we go. Okay. The next thing we're going to prepare is our cornbread apple stuffing. And what I have is about a 1/2 cup of cornbread crumbs that are cubed and some of the spices that go with that. About a half cup of chicken broth. I have an apple, half of a large onion, and 1 stalk of celery, and 4 tablespoons of melted butter. All right, so I'm gonna chop up our celery. I'm just gonna cut the celery in half and chop this up. Same way with the onion. And our apple. I know this looks like a lot, but I know this is a recipe for 2, but who are we kidding? We want to have the leftovers the next day. And I'll probably say that again. All right, so let's take everything. Oh, forgot to cut this. And get it in our bowl. Oh, there's another one. Breadcrumbs, melted butter. Let's just get this quickly mixed before I add in my chicken broth. Okay, and chicken broth. This is a half cup, usually a third to a half cup, depending on how it comes together. I'm going to use all half, the whole half cup. Now I'm going to take each of our ramekins and I'm just going to cover them with tin foil. And then I'm going to place them on our baking dish. For our sheet pan dinner, turkey dinner, I'm making 2 types of potatoes. I'm making Hasselback potatoes, and I'll show you how I cut these. And I'm also making sweet potatoes that we're going to put a brown sugar butter with cinnamon and marshmallows. I'm making 2 different types of potatoes because my husband doesn't like sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes, so he's gonna get the Hasselback. For Hasselback potatoes, you're making little slits, probably about 3/4 of the way down the potato, about 1/8 of an inch thick, just like this. Now the Hasselback potato, as it cooks, all of these little slits are going to open up, almost bloom like a flower. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some butter and I am going to baste each of these potatoes all over. This way, hopefully the butter will get down into those little crevices. I used about 2 tablespoons of butter for this, but I'm gonna have everything you need, all the ingredients that you'll need to make this sheet pan Thanksgiving dinner on your own. So here I've got them all basted. I'm gonna take a little salt on top. That and a little bit of ground pepper, and there you go. How easy is that? So I'm going to get those on here. Now for our sweet potatoes, since we're really not doing anything to these until the very end, I'm just going to poke these with a fork. You just don't want them exploding in the oven while everything's cooking. So for our sheet pan dinner, I've opted to keep the ramekins that are filled with the stuffing off of the sheet pan because I'm running out of room. I need this area here for the green beans, which we're going to be adding later after about 30 minutes. So I'm going to get all of this in the oven. With the turkey and the stuffing and the potatoes cooking, I can prep our green beans, which we're going to be adding to the mix in a little bit. So what I have in the bowl is 2 tablespoons of olive oil, And actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to crush 2 cloves of garlic in here. I can get that out. Go. And to that, I'm going to be adding my green beans. And we're just going to mix these together in the olive oil garlic mixture. Oh, that smells amazing. And we'll just let this sit until it's ready to go in the oven, and then I'll season it with some salt and pepper. So I just took everything out of the oven and it's looking good. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make slits in the sweet potato. And I'm going to crimp them up like this. Oh, this one wasn't as done. That's all right. It will be. So I've gone ahead and I've made a mixture of butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon, and I'm going to divide this evenly among the sweet potatoes. Just going to melt on there. I'm going to put this back in the oven. There we go. After this mixture bakes, it's going to be almost like candied sweet potatoes. And now I'm going to take our green beans and put these on the baking sheet. They don't need to be flat. And we're just going to bake these for about a half an hour, another half hour, until they're tender and delicious. And right before everything's done, I'm going to be putting on these mini marshmallows onto the sweet potatoes. Okay, we're almost there. So this is what it looks like now. I'm going to take some marshmallows and put them into my potatoes, my sweet potatoes. I took the tops or the tinfoil off of the stuffing. I'm going to put that back in the oven. So we get a little bit of a crispy topping on there. Boy, does that look good. And I'm going to do this for about 7 minutes. Delicious. We are out of the oven, and here is our delicious quarantine sheet pan turkey dinner for 2. Actually for 4, but you know what I mean with the leftovers. We have our roasted turkey breast with herb butter, our roasted green beans with garlic, our sweet potatoes with a brown sugar cinnamon butter and marshmallow, our Hasselback potatoes, and our stuffing in our ramekins. Before I leave you to make this delicious dinner on your own, I just wanted to mention a couple of things. You have potatoes, you have green beans, and you have turkey breast. Things are going to cook at different rates. I'll be honest, I had to take the sweet potatoes off and put them in the microwave for a little while. This whole dinner will take you about an hour and a half, which is great when you think about it, because you can be watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade or listen to my dogs bark and have fun with your spouse or whoever you're spending Thanksgiving with. So thank you for coming along on this journey. I hope this takes some of the stress out of your holiday and adds more fun. See you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment in the comments section below and share this video with your friends. I've added a link to the recipe in the description below. See you next time on Simply Wendy Live, Love, Bake.